Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Sabrina with the blog Held Fast Home, where I share housecraft, food from scratch recipes, and how we live slowly on less than a quarter acre. Today I'm potting up some seedlings we started back in February and seed starting my warmer weather crops, primarily tomatoes. I need to free up some space underneath our grow lights. We only have 2 for the seedlings that we're starting today, so I'm starting by uppotting some plants into their forever containers for the gardening season. However, it is too cold to set these by the in-ground garden, so they'll be living on our enclosed porch during the day, and we'll bring them back inside in the cool evenings. This is my first time gardening vegetables in containers, so it took me a while to figure out the spacing, and maybe I packed in too many things, but we're starting with a container eggplant variety called Jewel. It'll grow eggplants that are about 3 inches long. Now, I kind of broke a rule here with this plant because my family doesn't really eat eggplant, and yet I'm growing it. I wouldn't say we dislike it, but I certainly don't reach for it at the grocery store or farmer's market. I watched a video from Jacques in the Garden, or maybe it was Epic Gardening, all about eggplant, and it convinced me to try growing it this season. Along with the eggplant in this container, I'm planting oregano. Now this may be where I overplant. Later you'll see me add all 4 of my oregano starts into this pot in a half moon around the eggplant. I'm envisioning the oregano creeping and cascading down the side of the container. Then I had 1 chive that successfully germinated out of 10. The seeds are 2 years old, but I haven't had any germination issues of that magnitude with my other older seeds, so I'm not quite sure what the deal was, but I just chose to throw it in this pot as well. And then, as if I wasn't worried about overplanting, I direct sowed some radishes and carrots in a circle around the eggplant. My thoughts here is that these will be ready to harvest before the eggplant really takes off. I also wanted to see if I had better carrot germination in containers versus in ground. I must be very confident about this high-intensity plant spacing because I repeated the same layout for the next planter. 1 eggplant off to the side with 4 herb seedlings in a crescent off to the side. Then I direct sowed a different variety of carrots around the eggplant. The herb that I included in this container is English thyme. Continuing our up potting with a few herbs that now need to thrive in their own individual containers. Here is the basil we transplanted a few weeks ago into the strawberry container that I am thoroughly impressed with. Look how this is pretty much a soil block. It just pops right out and divides easily into separate pots. Now that we've created enough space to start new seedlings, we are going in with a San Marzano Roma tomato. I'm reusing these compostable cups that haven't treated me wrong yet. I considered starting 1 tomato seed in each cup, but chose to save space by planting 2 in each. In the Sun Gold cup, I planted 3, and in the Cherokee Carbon, I planted 2. These Sun Gold, which is a hybrid tomato, is the best cherry tomato I've ever tasted. To be honest though, I probably haven't tried more than 7 different varieties of cherry tomatoes, and half of them weren't homegrown. But still, I would recommend them so much if you haven't tried them yet. This is my first year trying out the Cherokee Carbon, which is a hybrid between 2 heirloom tomatoes. I chose this for our slicing tomato. I've never tried either one of the parent tomatoes of this hybrid, so I'm not sure what to expect flavor-wise, but I have pretty high hopes. After working with peppers from seed, which take a little longer to germinate, these tomatoes seem to take right off, germinating 2 and 3 days after planting. I next started anise hyssop. I'm hoping to harvest this for teas and plant it underneath my apple trees as part of my permaculture guild. Then I planted some marigold seeds for pest control throughout the garden. They're going into that strawberry container, and I cannot wait to see how they thrive. What tomato varieties are you growing this year? I'd love to read about your garden preparations in the comments. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. It's been a few weeks since I filmed the beginning portion of this video, so I thought I would just take you on a quick update of what my tomato seedling starts look like right now, and I am so excited to get them into the garden.